Yo, what's up, everybody? Elias Benjaloon here with Tech Start Live Lessons, working title. But here's the deal. I've got two of my best homies on here that I've built startups with, and we're going to learn about messenger bots today. So without going into that yet, I'm going to pass the floor over to Derek. Why don't you introduce yourself, quick about what you're doing, why it's relevant that you're here, and why you want to learn messenger bots, and then kick it over to the homie Jerome.
Yeah, I'm Derek. I've indirectly been involved with sales with some of the people here on this call, as well as just generally in my life from East Coast to West. Currently in real estate tech, and it's a great opportunity to learn about the power of autonomy through technology. So I'm excited to see not only potential integration for that, but how it can seamlessly be integrated in other facets of maybe hobbies or passions of mine that maybe I don't have discretionary time to manage.
Nice, nice. Hello, how's it going? My name is Jerome. I've had the opportunity to get a number of experience in both tech and sales. Business to business sales is one of the most important things for me, and just understanding how to reach out to more viewers and potential clients is really important. I learned, that there's this messenger bot is such a strong tool that a lot of companies are using, and I'm just interested in learning a lot about how to build these things and just how to manage them as well.
Love it. Love it. Thank you guys. All right, I'm going to share my screen here and jump in. Super excited. It wasn't too difficult, but, we became agency partners with Manychat. Maybe we'll record some content around what that means and like how you could become an agency partner and learn how to build a messenger bot tool and become like a freelancer for other businesses. But I really love bots. They excite me. I think of them as the new wave of websites that's happening on the internet. It's almost essential to have a new bot. And I have had some interesting experiences building bots for like real estate companies, for restaurants. I even made a couple $1,000 acquiring customers from my own bot on these lessons. Recording lessons and building community, and then like sending the sales message through the bot. So there's the potential is very limitless. So we're going to use Manychat as the tool, but really all of these tools are relatively similar, and you can kind of freestyle your way through. But Manychat is my favorite because it's relatively inexpensive. Their plans start at $10 a month on the Pro plan, and they just support so many different integrations. It's also really easy to build. So when you hop into Manychat and you create your account, let me see if I can go to just manychat.com and see if we can see the login page. No, it's going to log me into a dashboard. Okay. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I just want to give everybody the full experience, and if you're going to Manychat for the first time, you're not going to see the dashboard. That's not the first thing you're going to see. The first thing you're going to see is going to look something like this. Do y'all see my screen right now? Cool. I'm seeing some nods. So this is the Manychat website. And so interesting, you can go through it all later, but you're going to hit this get started for free, and you're going to sign in with Facebook. Okay, so I'm going to hit sign in with Facebook, and now you're going to get logged in, and you might need to authorize your page, but once you do that, you will end up on this dashboard. Okay, so let me share my screen to get back to that dashboard. Do you all see the dashboard again? Cool. You will need to have a Facebook business page. That's another element to this. You'll need to connect a Facebook business page to this. And so I think what is going to be a really good follow-up video to this is I can still imagine some errors, even in that first step. And like I said, we're freestyling, So how about this? What is really valuable would be if one of you guys have a Facebook page, for one of y'all to share a screen, go to manychat.com instead of your page, because there's a common error that happens. And if we run into that error, I want to be able to show people how to overcome that error. Who wants to volunteer?
Do I have to have a Facebook like groups page or just my account?
You would just need to have a Facebook business page.
Oh, I don't think I have a Facebook business page at the moment.
Are you on the Nihongo Master one?
Yeah, I think I'm on. Let me double check.
Okay. What about you, DP? You got a Facebook business page?
Probably not. But if it comes down to it and we got to go straight from scratch and I can create one live, I'm not opposed to doing that. But if we could supersede it and accelerate through and Jerome has access, I'm open to that.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, so I have access to Nihongo Master. So I would just go on Manychat. Is that
Yeah. If you want to share a screen.
okay? 1 second.
So this is an interesting example because the Nihongo Master page is already connected to Manychat, but that shouldn't matter as much in this step because we are just creating the Manychat account. But yeah, how about Derek? Do you want to start a new Facebook page right now, and then after we connect, after we go through Jerome, we'll go with you from a totally from scratch page because these are still kind of different setups.
Yeah, let me get rocking here. I'm not opposed to it. Let me see what I can work for some magic.
Awesome, and this way you guys will both have your first messenger bots too to jam on.
So you can see my screen now. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And then, so you want me to get started for free?
Yep.
Sign in with Facebook. Agree.
Mm-hmm.
Continue as Jerome.
Let's see what happens. That's a weird dance.
Okay.
You gotta click that button again. Is it being a little weird? Dun, 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 dun. Okay. Jerome, describe yourself.
Oh, nice. Marketing agency.
Booyah.
Yeah. Business cookies. Ah, here we go. How many clients do you currently manage? Let's say I'm a beginner. And then this is just optional, correct?
It's required, but yeah, you can just
Okay.
plug in whatever.
Do one.
Cool.
There we go.
Booyah. So before you join the Nihongo Master one, is in my bucket list something you want to build a bot for?
Sure,
Something
let's do
relevant?
it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hit connect. Awesome. Okay, we gotta, yes, this will be used for an actual business if you're planning to actually use it to generate some leads.
Let's go ahead and just put in, what's a good option here?
What is the page about?
It's actually was going to be a social media platform for businesses to promote themselves.
Okay.
So
So
let's
maybe put social media marketplace or community.
let's put a marketing platform.
Cool. And are you going to be using SMS and email or just the messenger feature?
Let's do SMS, or let's just do email because I haven't collected any phone numbers.
Okay, get that Facebook Messenger in though. We want to use the
Okay.
bot.
Okay.
All right. And then you're good. You can hit continue.
Continue.
And awesome. Then now, if you stop sharing your screen, we'll let Derek share his screen. Jerome, I recommend you go through those tips while we get Derek's account set up, and then I'll get popping to the rest of this tool.
Okay.
Derek, you're a co-host. Cool.
Let's hit it from all angles here, and I just created a new page. And a funny little idea and concept that I always had is I always wanted to do prestigious properties.
All right.
So I created just basically a little something from scratch right here. So what do you suggest for uh, next
Next
action?
step, let's pop over to manychat.com. And you're gonna want to get started with a free account.
$3.99. That's what we like.
Free 99. I love that. Yep. Cool. And you already had a bot. You already had an account because you're on this bot's account. But let's go ahead and set you up on a prestigious properties account. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit Homey Nevada in the top left, and you know what you gotta do.
Going off intuition here just for everybody watching.
I
Elias will
love
correct
it.
me if I'm doing something wrong.
For sure, for sure.
What do you think here? Should I do testing demo or?
I mean, if you're throwing your real estate license number on it, that's a real account. But if you're just testing something,
I mean, maybe I will. We'll do test for now,
okay.
because there's
Yeah.
legal implications. We got to be careful. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, totally. And then you want to make sure you hit that messenger option at least. I think this is just for their data collection anyways. Don't think it impacts your profile. Can you imagine the amount of data Manychat has? Awesome. All right, so you've got a new bot connected. I'm gonna share, if I can share my screen now, we'll continue this tutorial. Okay, y'all see my screen again?
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go. So this is the dashboard. Dashboard is going to tell you how many subscribers you have, what the growth is. You know, you got this calendar widget. You can set up SMS and email following these steps. Relatively simple, although it does come with additional costs for SMS. Let me show you what I kind of look at when I come into Manychat. So if I open this up, right? Boom, I got my menu here. And I have a couple different things. If I have a full audience in here, I'll see the audience. If I got my brother testing bots with me. If I had a bunch of custom fields, they would populate here, but you could see like the date they subscribed. It's some basic information. Some people's privacy settings are so low, you might even have their phone number here. And if you do, you can just whip them a call. Growth tools, we'll use growth tools for like integrations, like basic integrations in Manychat into other things. So what that means is you have these options where you can put the messenger bot ad on a website. Now, these are different pop-ups, right? And this is just a button, like another type of like opt-in widget. This all lives on websites, Or you can use their other tools, create a website, this landing page widget, pretty cool, where you can pretty much just create a dedicated landing page. It's pretty basic. It'll just have like this headline and paragraph. But what it does is you can use this to get people to opt in to your bot. So one way that I use this is if you are using Calendly to book appointments, and when people book hit confirm, you have the option to redirect them to a landing page. I can redirect them to this page, make this thank you. I'm looking forward to connect with you. If you want, you can send me a message right now, and then shoots you back to Messenger. Another type of growth tool that's really exciting is this customer chat widget, right? So if you have a website, derekpressy.com, prestigiousproperties.com, and you allow people to explore for properties on that website, and you just want to be able to increase conversions, you can have that chat widget, it'll pop up, and people can start engaging with your bot. And they don't need to have a Facebook page to do it. Another cool growth widget, and I'm just kind of talking high level, and then we're going to actually start building some flows, but I want to give you guys the really cool options. So there's this Facebook to Messenger loop. This is my favorite. This is what attracted me to Messenger bots in the first place. And that is on Facebook. If you run a post and you say something like, hey guys, what do you think about, I'll do it simple. Like, I'm thinking about like launching a new book. Okay. And book is going to be about XYZ. And these are the designs. I got design A and design B. What's your favorite? And if you let me know in the comments below, I'll enter you into a raffle. Right. So I post that. This has to be through my business page for it to work. And I connect it to this flow. And I can pretty much say, if people comment, send them this message. But I can also track specific comments too, or we used to be able to. Let's see. I guess you could exclude comments, or you could trigger comments with these keywords. If you guys know me, like, it's better. Y'all know I can make things complicated, right? Like, it's best to keep it simple. You could just
Yeah.
use one of these.
Let me chime in here to simplify it and level out things a little more, because it could get pretty technical and intricate. So circling back, it sounds like if I create prestigious properties business page, and I could create triggers where anybody who puts a comment, anybody who does a like, I can essentially not solicit, but I could establish communication with the bot autonomously, so a conversation can be created and there'll be interaction always. So say I'm asleep in my bed, it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I'm not going to wake up no matter how loud that notification is. The bot's going to do the work for me because I have triggers set up. Is that what you're telling me?
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. So let's just run through an example. Like, let's say you had your prestigious properties Facebook page, and we were setting you up with a prestigious properties comment to messenger loop. Let's say the post was like, if you like this property, tag a friend below and we'll message you, right? So that's all it is. All we're going to do is say, hey, we're tracking the first level comments, just the friend tag. We have to choose the specific post. So I don't have any posts on this Facebook page, but you would choose the actual post. And now we have an opt-in message. So this is their default message, but I can hit edit, and now we're going into the flow builder. So let me just hit save, what we've done so far, and open up the flow builder. And now we can actually write a message to this person who dropped a comment. So let's say this was a comment on a property listing. We're gonna say, hey, first name, thanks for your interest in this property. What do you wanna ask them there to get them to message you back?
Thanks for your interest in this property. Would you like to learn more?
Nice and simple, okay? Would you like to learn more? Now that's the message that they're gonna get. You could even make this dynamic, right? So we could do a couple of things from here. We could put a yes, no button, or we could just record their entry. What do you wanna do?
Let's make it dynamic. I want to get some people interactive, thinking that this is a person replying.
So yes or no, like yes or no, or us capturing their information and then triggering something else.
Do yes or no.
Okay. So because, and we can do both options. We can do both options just so for the learning. I'm going to duplicate this so we can have the two examples. Okay. So would you like to learn more? And, I can say yes, and I could throw in a smiley face. And we could throw a no, and we'll throw in a sad face or an awkward face. Okay. You don't actually have to do it this way, you know that. Okay. So now if they click yes, we could choose any of these other options, okay? Like literally anything else, send an SMS even, right? But the basic thing is we're gonna send them a yes message, okay? And if they said no, then we're gonna send them a no message, right? And so, yes, would you like to learn more? We're here to help. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this user input thing. What questions do you have for us? Okay. And I'm gonna save the response to custom field. So and I'm gonna call this property questions. So remember when we were in the audience level and we clicked on like that Nassim's profile and it showed us like he was a male and the subscribe date, right? They also had a section for custom fields. If he had answered this question, his answer to this question would be under property questions in that page, right? So it kind of stores all that information. We could even go further. Like if we wanted to, we could tag people who answered yes with a specific tag. But we won't do that right now. We'll keep it simple. If they said yes, they get this message. If they say no, they get a different message. But here's the other thing that's really important. After they say, what questions do you have for us? And they answer that, we want to trigger some kind of action on that reply. That trigger can be notify admins. Hit them up. Hit me up on Messenger and email, you know? So that way we jump on this. If you wanted to send somebody a text message, you can build it out in here too. You can, there's a way to do it.
It seems like I could take this person for a run really long into a flow. So say they say yes, I put up 3 triggers after that. Like, were you interested in the inside, a tour of the inside? Were you interested in having a phone conversation? And you could, is there a limitation to how many actions you could do for one inquiry?
The main limitations are, you just got to keep in mind. So in terms of straight limitation, your replies need to come in within a 24-hour window. Right? You can't message outside of that 24-hour window after they've engaged with your bot. So that's a limitation for Facebook. The other limitation you need to keep in mind is at every question you ask, there's probably a drop off, a percentage of folks that don't answer the question. So you want to either be succinct with the questions, or you want to build up like a follow-up flow. So I could say something like, it's a little bit more complicated, but essentially what we would build out is, if they didn't reply in 3 hours, send them a follow-up message. Hey, I noticed you didn't give me your address for this home value report. Are you still interested in this home value report? Yes or no? But no, man, not many other limitations outside of those rules.
Wow. It's pretty powerful too.
Yeah, so I know we just kind of like dived into this specific flow. Like remember, like kind of stepping backwards, what we were doing. Like we're pretty much building this like Facebook chat comment to messenger flow. And the comment, send them a message, send them a specific type of message based off the comment. Like you could trigger for a specific thing. Like one way that I've used this in the past was like through a giveaway campaign. You know, let's say you're running an e-commerce store and you've got like 3 products, right? And you want to see which product is most popular. You could run a giveaway that says, hey y'all, here are our 3 products. You know, it's 3 different types of shampoo. Which one is your favorite? Comment the name of the shampoo below. And you're going to get entered into a raffle, and we're going to give away that shampoo to you. And then, so I'm going to say this was red shampoo. So red shampoo triggers a specific sequence. And then blue shampoo triggers a specific sequence. So like if this was red shampoo, that's how I would track it. And the reason I would track it that way, so when I come back to my growth tools, I see prestigious properties and I could see how many opt-ins. So if I had red shampoo, blue shampoo, yellow shampoo, I could be like, oh man, red shampoo is way more popular than these other 2 things, right? Just some like research that you can do. And again, let your creativity take these tools and do way more than what I'm telling you.
Elias, could you define an opt-in? Is an opt-in essentially basically somebody who's inquiring or establishing a trade?
Yeah, so an opt-in is pretty much saying is somebody who replied back to you. So an impression is they got the message, and then opt-in is they reply back. Facebook's really big about, you know, trying to keep the spam lords happy, right? So they're trying to restrict folks from messaging people who didn't technically opt in or anything like that. Awesome. So this was just one section, y'all. This was the growth tools. I started with this one. It's my favorite section. This is my fun place. But let me show you like the serious world where a lot of the business gets done. And this is super relevant for any business that needs to do customer service on Facebook. And that is live chat. Live chat is where all of the messages get populated from the Facebook page. So you could build this out some more, you know, you have done and open, meaning like I can mark this as a reopen conversation, or I can assign it to somebody on my team to reply to this message. And then if, you know, they were in the open box, I could say, you know, this is done. All right. So this is just a good customer service tool. You know, I could also inside of the messages see, you know, what they were doing, if there was any information in here, and I could subscribe them to a sequence if it's within the 24-hour rule. So let's go into what a sequence is. If I go into automations, different types of automations that you could build. And a sequence is pretty much like an email nurture sequence, but it's a messenger sequence, right? So let's create a test. And now this was already built out. But the thing is, you can't wait 2 days anymore. It has to be within 24 hours. So a trick is do 22 hours. And you stay within that rule. So within 22, first we'll send them this message. Then within 24 hours, we'll send them the next one, and so on. And so the context for that could be somebody messaged you, you're a furniture store. Somebody messaged you. They had issues with a specific piece of furniture they bought from you. A live chat agent hopped on. They got a couple more questions and answers in. Maybe they got the phone number to pick up the phone and call this person. They resolved the issue. Now they want to make this customer a happy customer. Let's subscribe them to a sequence that educates them about other furniture tricks and tips for their home, right? And for the next 3 days, we're going to send them some free furniture facts. Just a way to delight your customers after solving their issue. How are y'all doing? How do you think? There's a lot more that we can cover here.
Well, it seems like, I'll go before Jerome dials in because I could go on for ages, but it seems like there's autonomy through message management, which you could have something automated for that. But now there also seems to be a project management tool within that system itself. So it seems like there's a lot of depth. One of my questions would be, what is the there's probably more tools like that. Are you using all the tools in the tools box, or are you going to be using primarily a couple specific ones?
Yeah, great question, my man. And maybe like for the next half of this section, we'll go into some like really specific use cases. But yeah, I wouldn't say that all of this stuff is applicable. I don't use half of this stuff myself, but you build the custom tools kit that's going to match up with your specific business needs, and every business is going to have different needs. Jerome, kicking it over to you, my man. You got any questions or top of mind reactions to what we've covered?
I have less of a question, just, noticing already with a couple things that you've shown, just the power of this tool, being able to communicate with viewers or clients at times when you're not available, and just keeping them engaged. I think that's important, whether you're in sales or marketing or just trying to retain business. I think it's just important to constantly feel like, make your customers feel like they're constantly in communication with you or your team. And then on top of that, being able to message them on your own outside of just the automated part is such a strong tool to be able to add some additional like details or any additional instructions for your customers. So I really like this a lot. Would you be getting these alerts? Like, let's say they send a message, and let's say your bot isn't able to answer all the questions. I imagine they would get to a point where like, has this helped answer your question? And if they say no, do you get an automated notification?
Yeah, man, I love that question. Thank you so much. There's a way to, like I said, the flexibility here is limitless. So yes, the answer is yes. You can put like what we just did, where we were working on that growth tool. Prestigious properties. It was right here under this opt-in action that we were still in the middle of editing. It didn't go live yet, but we were asking the question of like, thank you for your interest in this property. Would you like to learn more? Well, imagine this, we could have a sequence, or in any context, we can have a message that pretty much says, did I answer your question? Yes or no? And then, yes, fantastic. No, let me ping a live agent right now. And this is a client that I really loved working with. Wonder if I can still see their stuff, because it was maybe like a year and a half to 2 years ago where we were running this. But this was a resort in Bali. Wow. And we were doing customer service for them through here. And so people were like asking, different types of questions, and would be able to pretty much get like an automated reply. Let's go. This is a year ago. So right off the bat, the first message, because they weren't like, most comfortable in using this tool as their main customer support tool. What they wanted to do was redirect traffic from Facebook Messenger back to email. So the first thing was, please email us. But if they, engaged further, we had like other flows, or let me go into their keywords. You pretty much had keywords for all of these different examples. So if they had the message that said where, we would say this is where the resort is located. Or if they asked if they had pools or check-in time, or about the spa, or about food or Wi-Fi. Just what we did was we looked back at all the common questions that they were getting, and then we started building keywords that replied to them. This system, it became a whole dictionary, and it can confuse itself. So it gets really intricate. So again, I would say keep it stupid simple, because tools like this, they could really go really far with how complex you make them. Okay, let's get back into this. Here's the next segment of this, y'all. We're gonna build a bot on the fly now. Just messing around, talking about these high level concepts. Let's build a basic bot, and if it can, maybe down the road we'll do a video like this, and we'll build a bot for business and give it to them. But check this out. This is how easy it is for anybody to jump into Manychat and get started with building a bot for their business. I'll unlock some ridiculous secrets. Go to templates, settings, go to templates. And Manychat's not the only marketplace for templates, man. This got way better over time. There's tons of marketplace. There's bot makers. You got to check them out. Lots of bot builders out there just sharing their knowledge, what they're building, sharing it out so other people can test it out and make it better. So we're going to stick in the free world. I don't want to upgrade a pro right now. And let's make it free so that the people who jump in here can just, run with whatever we build. So check this out, y'all. We have a simple one for a cafe that can install Wi-Fi and then maybe send them the menu. We got one for cars. We got one from restaurants. We got one from real estate. What do y'all want to do? These are all the free examples.
I'm going to let Jerome choose.
I'd like to see how it's integrated into like a restaurant style. So maybe that cafe one.
The cafe one or the actual restaurant one? Your call. This one captures leads with Wi-Fi, and then this one books reservations, send coupons, share menu, location hours.
I like to see that one, the restaurant starter.
Okay, you guys, let's see how fast we can do it. I'm going to set a timer. Yeah, I'm going to go for speed after the timer is set.
You're not charging by the hour, are you?
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. Okay, alrighty, y'all. In fact, I will pay you to watch my videos. Okay, timer's on. We're in Manychat. Let's start running, baby. We have to install template. I swear to lag on these things.
Means it's a powerful tool.
Thanks for taking your Sunday evening to do this.
Of course. Is this tool, is this specifically for Facebook, or is this something that we could integrate cross-platforms on social setting?
Yes.
Wow.
Instagram actually has their own bot coming out. It's another thing on the cusp. So, but it's weird because Facebook's trying to figure out a way to integrate Messenger between Facebook and Instagram. So we got this restaurant template. Let's just build this out. My phone number, we're going to just give it a fake address, 2500 University Road. And we're going to call it Student Cheeseburgers. Say cheese. There you go. Wi-Fi name. 2000. I love cheese. And is that it? Okay, so the bot should be installed now. What happens if I do this? View template. Where is it taking us? Great. Yeah, it's opening. It's taking us to the flow builder now. So this is in that dash menu right here, automation flows. We got a new folder, restaurant starter, and we got a couple different flows that we now need to go customize. All right, so these are all the flows. I'm trying to find the original flow, the welcome message. And now it's opening it up in the flow builder. I'm just hit edit and I'll give it a chance to load because we are on the clock and we're 2 minutes in. And we got to Google some images. There we go. Building a cheese restaurant. You come in, you have the best cheeses. This is not located on University Road. This is located in Bellagio. Okay, welcome message. We got to replace that image. 10166. Hey, first name, welcome to restaurant name. Get started below. Okay. About our restaurant. Let's get another cheese photo. Let's get a photo with people.
Eating cheese.
Yes. Oh my gosh, this guy looks like he's having a blast. We got to shout out whoever this dude is on his YouTube. Brother Orange. All right, Brother Orange, thank you for the photo. We hope you don't mind that we're using you for this demo bot. Okay. Cheese. And is the ideal place to meet and plan your activities. Ideal place to totally immerse yourself in all things cheese. We are open 24/7 to help feed your insatiable cheese urges. Devour cheese. We just need a cheese emoji here. We gotta do a good job here. Okay, cool. So now it has all these different options. So check this out. This is cool. Mark conversation is open. All right, well, everything else is gonna have us open up a new flow. So let's fix this one. So if somebody makes reservation, it then sends this long ass information. Why would you do this? No, there's a simpler way, but I guess it's because of this user input. It's a pro feature. So the pro plan is $10 a month, but if you were to use this, then you would just split this up. So you would say, what date? And reply type, date, date and time even, boom, date and time. It's going to open up a calendar and have them choose the date and time and send it through inside of the message, and build out the next one. How many people in your party? We could choose a number. And we could say, save it to people party, right? But we said we were going to do the free version, keep it free. But I just wanted to show how simple that was if you wanted to split this up. Generally, long messages don't always get good replies. So please provide all of the information for your reservation. And maybe we just say number of guests, date, and time. Do we need to know anything else, y'all? Hospitality gurus? I'll take that as a no. Unless your audio's out, Derek. You were saying something.
No, I think it looks good. Got to put the power in the customer. Their cheese.
Awesome. So we're gonna hit publish, and so now we are done with the welcome flow. And you can see we've got restaurant menu, contact us, unsubscribe, and location, and contact us. So let's open up each of these flows and just modify them. And guys, we are 6 minutes in. Let's get this under 15 minutes. So here's our location address. It automatically plugged in what I put in from University Road. View on maps. Ooh, man, they didn't do it for us. It would have been cool if they looked it up, but they didn't. And so, we're trying to prove to people we can do it in 15 minutes. So let me just go in there and grab a dope ass, excuse me, uh, cheese loving cafe from the Bellagio. Give them some free love right now. Des and I actually went to this one, and I think it was a piano bar. Sadel's, I think that's what it was. So boom, Sadel's, grab that. Yeah, great cheese platter, and drop it there. Boom, it done. And if you want to go a step further, view on maps. Okay, great. If you wanted to go a step further and you had Pro, you would hit this add actions and you can add an action here. So you could add a tag, at the simplest. I think you can do this one for free. So we'll do that one. So add a tag, and the tag is going to say clicked maps. Now we know they clicked maps, and we see that tag that they clicked for our location. All right. And, again, you're going to want to customize this message so it's a little bit clearer, but this is the location flow. Let's move on to hours. I wonder why hours is its own flow, but no worries. We are open.
Does it hurt to have too many flows, or?
It could, yeah. If you're doing too much, like, and you need to change something across too many flows, it just becomes a lot of tedious work. So yeah, it makes sense. You want to be doing this sparingly, the amount of flows you're creating and how much segmentation you're doing. If you create one massive flow, you don't get as much segmentation in it. So that's you want to balance. If you do too much segmentation, it might not even be used at the volume if you're a small, medium business. So I'm gonna hop back into flows, and again, back to my restaurant menu. And we had modified a lot of this. Okay, great, restaurant menu. In my restaurant bot, boom, this is where it gets good. This is where we get to fill in all the cheese. Okay, so here's our menu. Okay, swipe these cards. So I'm just gonna, modify this, put our little spin on it. Enjoy our cheeses. Swipe these cheesy cards to explore the variety of cheese offer. Just overdoing it. Okay. So I'm not going to replace all these with new images. You guys got the point, right? Okay, but I'm going to give it some new direction. Okay, so anyways, that's the whole point there. Dessert cheeses,
wow.
Looking good. All right, so swipe through. You can also have different buttons for each one, right? So if I wanted to have my Asian cheeses website, and then I could also say, hey, they clicked on Asian cheeses. That's the one that they want. So when you're on the phone with them and you go to their profile, look at the cheeses they clicked on. You could be, oh, by the way, I saw you clicked on this Asian cheese. Tell me more about it. And so you just build a better relationship with them. Oh, we got to add in a URL for Asian cheeses. Okay. So let's just pretend, we were offering techstartyourcheeses.com. Okay. Great. So, that was less than 15 minutes. Now you have a restaurant bot. You can do a lot more with this. One idea Jerome and I were kicking around the other day was building a messenger bot that allows you to do curbside pickup. And the reason why is because it fucking sucks right now. Like, you don't have dine in, and revenue is down. And so you got to rely on Uber Eats and Postmates to come and take 30% of your revenue, take your money from you. So why not use a bot that can do it for you? But enough with the sales pitch tangent. What do you guys think? Do you guys have any other questions or comments?
No, I think that covered a lot already. And so I appreciate you going through the restaurant thing, because that really clears up what I had to vision before. So now my brain is brainstorming even more ideas of how the flow should go and what segments I should have and whatnot.
Love
Yeah,
it.
I want to piggyback off of what Jerome was saying, and the power is limitless, right? And I feel like it could be taken into so many directions, and even having directions intertwining. And thank you for Elias for displaying that use case with a previous partner, with all those keywords, right? There's so many different triggers. So for somebody who could be, mildly creative, also to just somebody who wants to get things done, it seems like there's an avenue for everybody here.
Absolutely. Well, I love it, you guys. Thanks for joining us for these like TechStart live lessons. I hope we get to do a lot more.
Thanks.
More cheese.